Hello, we got a task, exploratory data analysis. This is our data set, and this data set consists of 1470 rows and 20 variables. Basically, our task is to find why the employees are leaving the company, and this is the summary of our data. As I told, our data consists of 20 variables, and luckily the data we got is clean, so we don't have to take any extra effort to cleaning the data. And data type consists of both integers as well as categorical values. And basically our data is divided into two parts. One is iteration at 0. Those are the employees which are currently working in the company, and iteration 1 are the ones who has left the company. 1237 are currently working and 237 has left the company. And these are our variable: age, business travel, department, and distance from home. You can read it from the PPT. Yes, Deepak. Hello. Over to you, Deepak.
Yeah. So basically what we have 20 variables. What we have divided these 20 variables equally between me, Shreyans and Eric. And each one of has drilled down the variables from different point of view, like from point of view of job level, department and edge. And we have further drilled down and try to find out the what were the variables which were affecting attritions. And after combining our analysis, we have concluded 5 variables which were affecting the attritions. So for the first analysis on the basis of job level, it's over to Shreyansh.
Okay, so this is the job level. Job level 0 are the current employees and 1 are the past employees. So average years and average month, you can see you can read this table, and this graph bar chart is basically between the iteration between 0 and 1. Now this orange are the ones who has left the company. So you can clearly see from the data set that 60% of the employees who has left the company were working at job level 1. And because of this, we can see that there is inflation at job level 2 among current employee. This is because the employees has left the company at job level 1 or more. Now let's see why employees has left the company at job level 1. What is happening at job level 1? So this is the monthly income and job level stacked bar graph, and in this we can clearly see that the difference between monthly income between job level 1 and 2 is more than half. We can see here it is around 54.55%. It is more than half, and this is the maximum difference among the job level between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And further, this difference are smaller as compared to the job level 1. So one reason is monthly income, and apart from that, second is iteration and years at company. We can clearly see there is inflation at at year 1. And why it is? Because the employees who are newly joined the company are the ones who are leaving the first. And at other levels we didn't find any major iteration. Iteration maximum is at within one year and 0. Now let's see why employees are leaving the company at year 1, within 1. One reason is marital status, because we can clearly see at job level 1, singles are the one who has the maximum majority. It is 78, and this is the for married 42 and divorce are 23. And at each level we can see that singles are the who has the maximum iteration, except level 3, 4. At 1 and 2, basically singles are the have maximum majority, are the ones who are the living. So why they are living? Because basically they are young, they have just started their careers, and for better opportunity they are leaving the company. This is one reason. Now now let's see, these are the two basic variables. One is monthly income with years at company, and other is monthly income and distance from home. Because these are the two basic variables, this can easily add frustration to the employees. Now let's see how. We can see that at between 0 to 3, 4 to 7, 8 to 11, and 12 and above. The data is divided in this, and 87 are the employees who has the maximum iteration at between 1000 and 3500. You can clearly see the maximum iteration is here. The income is less, and the years at company are the ones who are living within 3 years, and apart from that are the ones who are living between 4 to 7 and 8 to 11, and one employee was working within the salary of 3500 for like 12 for years like 12 and above. So this is one reason, and apart from that, this is the monthly income and distance from home. Now what these blue bars indicate, you can see these are big tall bars. What this blue bar indicates, basically this blue bar, it is the are the salary range between 1000 and 4000, and this is the distance 6 to 10, 11 to 15, 16 to 20. So basically this is the inverse relationship. At lower salary, employees having the far distance from their home, office distance is far. So this is the easily adding frustration to the employees. Now let's say years working with manager. Now in this table we can see that it is divided into three departments. One is HR, R&D, and sales. So at each department, let's say job level 1, 1 and 1. See between 0 to 2, 90. Again 0 to 2, job level 1, 69, and 0 to 2, 90.62. So what these figures indicate? These figures indicate that employees who has left the company, majority of those are the ones who was working with current manager within the year 0 to 2. So they are leaving the company within 0 to 2 years. And you can clearly see the 30% iteration between department job level 1 and job level 1 less than 2 years with manager. And out of 133 employees from R&D, 101 left at the initial job level 1. And if you look at the another table, this is iteration 0 current and 1 are the past employees. So employees who are leaving are the having the average years with current manager is 0.6, for HR, for R&D 0.7, and for sales 0.8. Over to you, Deepak.
So this is basically the graph which we have plotted between job level, years with manager, and years at company. These are the two graph. The above graph is between for the employees who has left the company, and you can see that for job level 1, the orange bar is for the means orange bar is indicating the employees who are basically under who has worked with managers before the 0 to 2 years for initial years. And if you compare both the graphs, you can see that for attrition 1, it is almost half as compared to the graph with the for a graph where it is showing for attrition 0. And if you can show in the next slide, basically Shreyans, if you can change the next slide, please. Now what we have done, we have tried to drill down the whole data set on the basis of age and age groups. Basically, first we tried to find what was the average age of the employees in the company. It's coming somewhere around 36.92. Okay, we further divided this age in terms of who has left the company and who are still working in the company. So it is for the employees who has left the company, average age was 33 years, and the employees who are working in the company, average age is 37 years. So it's totally, we can see there is a difference of 4 years between them. And we further drill down the whole data set in terms of age, in terms of male and female, but we have not found any major difference in terms of gender, so we can't conclude anything on the basis of gender. Further, what we have did is that we have divided the age group in, and we have binned the data, age data, in terms of 4 groups: under 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, and 50 to 60. So we have seen that the maximum attrition, as from the graph also we can clearly see that the maximum attrition is at the age 25 below 30, followed by between 30 to 40. In the next slide, we can further see what was the reason ki this. First, we will in the next slide, we will we will guide you how we have drilled down the data. We have drilled down the age group on the basis of male and female. Then further, we have divided this data on the basis of marital status. And we try to find the reason why there is attrition in terms of male single or female single, male married on terms of monthly income, overtime, and distance from home. And in the next slide, we will, Shreyans, next slide, please. This is the basically this is the data in this slide. What we have done, we have divided data between age, gender, and marital status. First, we divided the data in the terms of age and gender. So there we have seen that there is a, and we have tried to find the income difference, monthly average income difference. If you see for male, there is a 26% difference for under 30 age group between the employees who has left the company and who are still working in the company. But same thing we have seen in terms of female also. So we can't conclude anything that there is a means you can say income difference in terms of male and female. So what we have done, we have further divided this data in terms of marital status, single, married, and divorced. There we have seen that in the age group under 30, there is a maximum attrition that is of 40% in terms of single who are under 30. And if we have further drilled down the data in terms of male and female, we have seen that 39% attrition in the male under 30 and the 40% in female under 30. Same thing we can see in terms of between age group 30 and 40 also. The singles, there is a difference of 30 to 4, means 21%, 21%, and 20%. Now what we are doing is that we are comparing their monthly income, their distance from home, and their overtime in the coming slides. Next slide. In this, we have compared the monthly income on the basis of age groups and their marital status. So we have seen that the monthly income is the one of the major reason. As you can see that single, for under 30 single, the monthly income difference is 19% between 0 and 1 attrition, and for female that is 15%. But and if you see 30 married female, you can see there is a major difference of 28%. So you can see there that the monthly income is likely to be one of the reason for the attrition, as we can clearly see that same thing in the below graph where blue bars are showing the monthly average incomes of the employees who are still in the company, and the orange bars are showing the monthly average income for the employees who left the company. So we have not seen in other except 40 married, there is no other age group or the group where we have seen the monthly income difference in the positive as compared to attrition between 0 and 1. In the next slide, we will be comparing their distance from home. So we have in this slide the same thing we have done. We have divided the data in terms of male and female on the basis of age group, and we have find what is the difference of distance between distance of commute between office and their home. We have seen there for in the under 30 age group, there is a 25% rise in the distance between the employees who have left the company and the who are still working. If you see here, that is okay, for the employee who are still working, the average distance is 7.9, and who has left, it is around 10 kilometers. The same thing we have seen in terms of 30 married females. There is a this is one of the major reasons for the 30 married females who have left the company. You have seen that there is a difference of 45%. Below graph is also showing the same thing, where there is a high attrition in terms of orange bars are showing the attrition, blue bars are showing the attrition for the the employees who are still working in the company, orange bar for the employees who have left the company, and green bar is showing the difference in their distances. So where there is a high attrition as compared to who are still working in the company, there you can see that the distance from home is on the positive side, because this is one of the major reason that employees are leaving the company because of the commute issue in terms of between office and their home. In the next slide, we will compare the overtime between all the employees. So what we have done, we have divided the data in terms of the employees who has left the company and employees who are still working in the company, and we have compared their overtime status. So the above graph is for the employees who is still working in the company, and the below graph is for the employee who have left the company. Blue ones are the one where the employee is not having any overtime, and orange ones are the one where employees having the overtime. So you can clearly see who are still working in the company. There is a high numbers of the blue bars are on the higher side, as they are not having any overtime, And on the contract side, in the means data where we have the employees who has left the company, orange bars on the higher side, as they had a number of there are number of employees who had a overtime issue and they are left the company. For the further analysis on the basis of department, it's over to Eric.
Yes. So here I have done the analysis based on department, on each of the departments: the sales department, the HR department, and the R&D department. So after I plotted the crosstab versus the department and the attrition, I found out that the sales department had the maximum amount of attrition out of the other two departments, that is 20.63%. So further, what I did was I checked the relationship between the sales department and how it is affect department and environment satisfaction, and I found that the sales department is affecting the environment satisfaction. As as we can see, this is the case in the real life scenario, that it is true that the sales department has a low environment satisfaction due to they don't have a proper office space and everything, and they have a job which involves a lot of traveling. And so therefore I checked the relationship between business travel, and I found out that the employees who had low environment satisfaction and who traveled frequently left the company within the sales department, left the company 42.86% of the times, which is quite a high number. So we can move ahead. Yes. So next, within the sales department and the employees who left the company due to low environment satisfaction, we checked their gender, and we found out that 33.33% of the females who had low environment satisfaction within the sales department were leaving the company. And and further we checked their age range, and we found out that the 60% of the females within the same variables, 18 to 25 of the age range, 60% of them left the company. And females and sales department travel frequently, and that is, we also checked with business travel of the females in the sales department, and we found that the same age range were leaving the company the most, that is 4 out of 4 employees left the company, that there was a which means there was 100% attrition rate. So this is usually very unusual, as like higher the age, you see that like more the age, the such employees are affected by traveling frequently. But here it seems like the older employees are staying and the younger employees are leaving the company. So let us move ahead with the next slide. Yeah. So now after sales department, we found out that the R&D department had affected attrition the most. So after the sales department, we saw maximum attrition in the R&D department. So we want to see like why is this attrition in the R&D department. So I checked with many variables, and I found that work-life balance was affecting the R&D department the most. That is the uh, highest number of people in the R&D department were suffering from work-life balance. And then we checked the attrition rate, and we saw that the people suffering from low work-life balance are leaving the company 31.67%. And further, we wanted to see what is the gender of these people, that is 31.67%. And we found, not gender, the marital status. And we found that the employees who were single within this 31.67% were leaving the company 50% of the times. So yes, we can move to the next slide. So yeah, now we further drill down into work-life balance in overtime and then job level, further drilling down for the employees within the R&D department who had low work-life balance and had overtime. And we found that for 52.94% of such employees were leaving the company, which is a pretty high number. And looking at the same with job level, that is R&D department and low work-life balance, and job level 1, we see that 51.52% of the people were leaving the company. So this is also a very high number. So we found that overtime and job level are also the two variables, apart from which we drilled down and found that is affecting the. Yeah. So next, we move on to HR department. So in the HR department, we check the attrition rate within the HR department in the variables distance from home, and we saw that the employees who had a distance from home range 16 to 25 were leaving the company the most. As you can see, 16 to 20 has a 50% attrition rate, and 21 to 25 has a 80% attrition rate. So the most of the employees who left the company were within this distance from home range, that is 16 to 25. And we also plotted HR department and monthly income for a box plot for that, and uh, we found that the people leaving the company had a monthly income 100% or almost all the except some few outliers we can see. We see that almost all the employees with a salary of less than 3000%, as we can see in the box plot, have left the company. Yeah, next slide. So yeah. Uh, so here we can see that we plotted the monthly income and grouped it by attrition, and we saw that the same people who had a distance from home 16 to 25 kilometers and their monthly income was less was 75%. So 75% of such employees who had a monthly income less than 3000 and had a distance from home 16 to 25% were leaving the company. So this was one of the main relationship we found that was affecting attrition, since it is a 75% rate. Yes, we can move on to the next. Yeah. So finally, after drilling down into the various variables such as job level, age, and department, we found out that the following variables have the most are most likely to affect attrition. That is job level and job level 1, overtime, environment satisfaction, monthly income, and years under current manager. So these are the variables we found that are affecting the most. So yeah, thank you.